Hey guys, it's Brentman117. Welcome back to the channel and the walkthrough video for the Halo Infinite Ultimate Diorama featuring the Mega Construx Halo Infinite line sets as well as the custom built Ultimate Banished AA gun as the centerpiece of the MOC. If you haven't seen the build videos for the Banished AA gun and you want to, please visit the channel, consider subscribing. If you like what you see, hit the like button, and through the course of the video, why don't you let me know in the comments section which is your favourite part of this build. It's going to be pretty hard to decide. So if you missed it, I released a teaser trailer for this video which was with the lights off, so it was difficult to see some of it. So I'm going to take you right through the build and show you pretty much all the detail I can. So it's going to be a pretty long video, but hopefully you guys will stay entertained through the course of it. So we're going to start off with what's hanging above the build. First, we've got the Pelican inbound set, which is a stock set from Mega Construx, which you can see I've added some lights to, which again I've released a video for that, and that fits in quite nicely with this build. As you can see, just hanging up with some catgut there. Other than that, it's a stock set. I have modified the rear door ever so slightly, which some of you will notice, but other than that, that's one of the stock sets still currently available from most stores that you can buy. If we move over to the back of the diorama, we've got the custom built Banished Phantom, which I know is a fan favourite, so I had to include this. As you can see, I've put lighting in the engines in the front there, and I've also put lighting underneath it. I will show you all of the MOC with the lights turned down later on, which shows off the lighting much better. And again, if anyone hasn't seen this MOC before and you want to see it in better detail, it's got full interior and troop bay, doors open and everything. So again, visit the channel, sift through the videos, and you'll find all the information you need on that set there. And coming a bit closer to the ground, we've got the Wasp Onslaught set recently released, and then we've also got the Banshee set, which is one of the first sets to be released for the Infinite line, but still a very nice set and looks particularly good when it's positioned in the flight mode. As I take you through this diorama, I may switch between live footage and still photographs because it is very difficult to get the camera in everywhere I want to whilst trying to talk to you at the same time. So it may switch back and forward for your benefit. So if we start over at this end, as you can see, I created this sea area here to act like a beachhead for the UNSC, which they're using as a staging ground whilst they attack the gun area. If we go in a little bit closer, as you can see, I've got these Marines here which are just laying some landmines, taking them out of this little crate here. So those guys are just setting up beach defences. As we sift around, we've got all sorts of ammo crates and so on. Got some gun racks, some sandbags, and then we've also got some radio packs on this stand here that I just custom built to hold as much stuff as I could. Then we move across here, we've got 3 sets of Marines moving out on the Mongoose, which again is a stock Mega Construx set, still readily available from most stores. As we follow this way, you've got the 2 Warthogs. I've actually taken some of the rubber bands off of the suspension to allow the backs or the fronts of the suspension to drop down, just to make it look like they're going through a riverbed and the suspension has gone down into the water, but the rubber bands are still there. They're just not connected on either one side or both sides, just to make it look a bit more realistic as they go through that riverbed. If we come back round to the other side of the beach, you'll see in here we've got a custom built holotable and a holographic pedestal for the pilot to be able to project himself into the meeting he's having with Captain Lasky and a few other high-ranking soldiers, obviously discussing what they're about to do in regards to attacking that gun. As we move further around the beach, we've got the alt build for the Warthog, which is the only non-cannon vehicle in the MOC, but I do like this. And originally I put the Call of Duty rib there, but a lot of people said I should be better off using this, and you're totally right. So it looks a lot better than that rib did. So I'm a fan of that. It'd be nice to see some water vehicles in Halo Infinite, but if we don't, we've still got this. And as we move across, as you can see, added some foliage coming onto land, some more mongoose hiding out in the cave there for storage, 3 more mongoose over here waiting to be utilised, and then up here we've just got some more crates, another soldier on the radio, and then just another camo net. A lot of people ask where these camo nets come from. They come from the old Assault on High Ground set, which is a really old set now. So if you don't have one, you're going to have a hard time getting one for a reasonable price. So coming down low, you can see the water area runs around here, and this is supposed to mimic basically a river or a stream coming from inland and exiting into the sea area, which would be all around here. So you've got two river banks, one down this side and one down that side. And these figures here are actually the Platoon Pack, which again is a set from Mega Construx. Not so easily available now in some areas, but you can definitely still get it for a reasonable price from some outlets. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 figures, all as they come pretty much as the Platoon Pack. And they're just winding their way through this section of jungle to join the fight over here. Unbeknown to them, they are being followed by this group of Banished. So we've got one elite, one grunt, and then we've got two jackals which are on their tail coming around here. Thankfully they've got this guy, this sniper rifle guy, covering their rear. And if we move past this way, we've got a broken down warthog, we've got another jackal coming in to join the fight, and then we've got this brute chieftain here absolutely annihilating these three marines. He's taken one out with his gravity hammer, he's got another one by the neck in a chokehold, and one of the marines is already down on the floor. Behind him we've got another marine trying to give the chief some assistance as the chief tries to stick a grenade inside this hunter, just like we've seen him do before. Following over this way, we've got another hunter that's just fired his plasma cannon into the front of this mongoose, which was carrying this marine, who's now going for a flying lesson over the top as his mongoose blows up. Coming further around, you can see this warthog has just come through and piled straight into these two jackals and sent them flying. So that's going to keep going forward to try and ram this barricade, where you can see there's all sorts of Covenant troops here defending the gravity lift going up to the gun. We've got a grunt over here throwing plasma grenades. This brute down here in the center has just thrown this grunt with two plasma grenades at the warthog in an attempt to try and slow it down. We also have Hyperious from the Defense Point Showdown set. He's got his rocket pack on and he's about to just rocket pack straight over the top into this Warthog 2. Behind them all, you may have noticed, we've got Fred from the Chopper Takedown set. So he's managed to find this active camouflage brute chieftain, and he's basically going to give him 2 shots to the head and take him out. Moving through the underneath of the AA gun legs over here, you can see we've got one Elite Ultra. This is the dark grey one from one of the blind bags, and he's hunting someone, which I'll show you shortly, but he's got his eye on somebody he's about to take out. I'll come back to that in a second. As we move further back around to the left hand side of the diorama, you can see all the reinforcements coming in. So we've got a skiff intercept just absolutely filled with grunts and elites. This one's also lit up, which you'll see more when we turn the lights down later. And we've got some troops on foot as well, all coming to join the fight. We've got not one, but 2 banished ghosts, which are also currently available. We've got the chopper, and they're all headed towards that fight there. We do have a few other figures, grunts, just generally dotted around the place. And then we've got this poor chap here, which is being dragged off to the marine holding area, which we'll move our way around to in a second. So as we come down the far left side of the diorama, you can see it gets a lot more barren down this end, because the Banished have absolutely just wiped the ground clear, just to try and clear area to make it easier to defend. So we've got just some dead tree stumps, a little bit of lighting down here. And then as we move further around, we come to where they are holding any of the Marines they've captured for questioning. We've got another Banshee there with another Elite Ultra getting ready to pilot it. We've got this poor chap here that's been basically handcuffed to this pole. And then as we move across here, we've got some weapons racks, we've got more barricades. I just made these barricades using the parts left over from the Defense Point Showdown sets, which is the sets that I used mainly to build the Ultimate AA gun. We've got 3 more Marines here. They've been handcuffed to this post and they're being watched by all of these banished brutes and elites. And we've got some grunts in there as well. All of these skull pieces, in case you're wondering, they also come from the Assault on High Ground set. They're used to hold the flag on the top of the base. And there's those 2 jackals dragging that Marine up here, where he'll no doubt be tied to one of these posts as well. And as we come further along this side, we've got another jackal, and we've got the shade turret that comes in the Wasp Onslaught set, which looks absolutely brilliant with the light installed underneath it. Those pieces for the shields, those orange pieces, are just absolutely incredible. Really good job Mega did with those. And as we move further along, there's that elite I was talking about earlier, and you can see he's just looking up here somewhere because, oh, looks like we've got a Marine sniper camped out on this peak here, just waiting to take out a few banished bad guys. So that's pretty much it for everything that's on the actual floor of the diorama, all the battle going on. The actual AA gun itself, the centerpiece, it does have an interior which I'll show you shortly, but we'll just do a quick spin around of it so you can see some of the details in the mock. If you want to see this mock really close up and in detail, then you'll want to watch the build videos for this gun. But it is, again, it's fully lit and there's just detail everywhere on this gun. So I strongly suggest you watch those videos after this video if you're interested in seeing this more. But let's have a look and see what's going on inside here. So up top in the control room, as you can see, we've got a red holographic table there. We've got an elite at some controls. We've got 2 guards guarding the top of the gravity lift, which you can see coming up there. We've got some brute soldiers, and we've also got Eshram there just standing watching over the battle. And on both sides we've got grunts manning these plasma turrets just so they can defend any potential threats trying to storm this gun. So as you can see, it completely transforms the diorama once you've got those lights turned down. Pretty much every area of the mock is lit in some way. So you can see the Pelican looks much better when the lighting's dimmed down. Pretty much everything looks better once the lighting's dimmed down.